penalties, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Again, it's Harris on second down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Cook up the gut. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. On the give, this is Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Prescott. And that's complete to his running back, Vaughn. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there.
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Vaughn. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Vaughn will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Vaughn. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Prescott on 1st down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Here's Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Vaughn. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They run it again with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Throwing, Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone. Read the football.
Stephon Diggs. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Bass now to send it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, Pollard. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. On play action, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here we go. This is 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Dak. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.